Hey, Russell Off Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. The show on air with Russell Off Hotels is Tuesday, so it can only be that show, right? So today I have a guest, as you can see. I've been trying to get this lady on this show for a long time, begging and pleading, and now I know the backstory. I'm not going to share the backstory with you.
Please don't.
But now I know the backstory, why it took so long to get her on the show. But anyway, we got today Miss Debbie Vail with Visit Pasadena. How are you today, Debbie?
I'm great, Russell. I am so excited to hang out with you. We always have a good time, and I know we always laugh.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Today should be no exception. We'll try to keep the laughs to a minimum for the people out there. But but if we get uncontrollably, out of control and we're laughing, that's okay too. So that's what it's all about.
I agree. It's the best part.
Yes. So how are you doing? How you been?
I've been great. I've been busy. I'm excited to be traveling again. I'm gonna start with Destination California at the end of August. So, I don't know, 10 days from now.
Is that in San Francisco?
It is. Are you going?
I will be there.
I'm so excited. So Carolee usually does it when it's up north, but she had a conflict, I think, with Connect Marketplace. So I'm going to be filling in, and I will see you there.
Okay, that sounds good. In fact, I haven't received my appointments yet. Maybe they haven't come out yet. Maybe they'll come out.
I haven't either. So
okay.
They didn't forget about you.
Okay, good. Okay, very good. Okay, so we're at this is show number 356. I'm just telling Debbie, she asked me, do I get nervous on these shows, doing these shows anymore? I said, no. I said, not since the show number 2, and we're at 356 today. So no, not at all. But I don't know if she's nervous, but she doesn't seem nervous. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
We talked about it.
So we're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So in fact, let me just click over to, I see Instagram. I see San Pedro Dude. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate the San Pedro Dude for coming on. Appreciate you. So we always get just some people just come on. So, if you have comments, feel free to make comments. The chat is open. I'm looking at in fact, I'm at LinkedIn right now, just kind of looking live right now. But anyway, if you have comments or anything like that, feel free to put that in the chat, either on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. On Instagram, I can see the chat, but I can't put it on the screen. But I would love to share your comments in real time on the screen, if that's okay. So, and just so you know, this is not because some people will think, oh, this is an interview and this and that. No, this is just a conversation between two friends. You know what I mean? Two friends that, we know each other very well. We see each other not all the time, but we used to see each other more. But I haven't traveled that much this year. But I did see you. The only time I traveled was Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, and I did see you there. IPEC. See, there you go. So Debbie's always there. We always have a good time. We always have a good laugh. In fact, I don't think I've seen Debbie where we didn't laugh. I don't know why. I don't know.
I can't argue with that. We always find a way to laugh about something.
Yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this bio that she sent me. I'm gonna read the bio. Then we're gonna jump in, just having some conversation about Debbie and Visit Pasadena and how much we all love Pasadena. And at least, I can say for me, right? I love coming to Pasadena. In fact, before I get into that, where did we meet, Debbie? Do you remember where we met?
I do. You came out to the Sheraton in San Gabriel when I was doing the opening for that property. And I think that was our first time meeting. And,
it was.
You did a really nice cover of the hotel, and we got you some non-meat eats.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Now, okay, how did you find me? Because I don't remember that.
It was through a Marriott database, and we were prospecting like crazy because it was a new hotel, new area. There really wasn't a ton to do there. So we had to do a lot of prospecting and cold calling, and we would run reports through the Marriott system to find meeting planners who were local, who would potentially be interested in booking in our destination. So that's how I found you. And then, of course, because you're very big on social media, I found your website, I read about what you were into, how you eat non-meat eats. And I remember you came out for lunch. We did a full tour and everything, and you got to try out. I forget what it was called, but it was the Asian restaurant in the
Yes,
hotel.
yes, yes, yes. It was very good. It was very good. And I love that hotel too. I haven't, it's funny, I haven't been there since though.
Well, that's because I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, there's no reason. There's really no reason for me to go now. But yeah, so yeah, I always want to ask people how do we meet? And a lot of times the connections is via LinkedIn, but this is one time that it wasn't. It was something totally different. So thank you for sharing it. I appreciate that. So okay, so I'm gonna read her bio, and it's not that long. Some people will send me a whole book, and I'm like, damn, the show will be over at the end of me reading it. But this one is brief and to the point. So here we go. Debbie Vail is a sales manager for Visit Pasadena, where she promotes Pasadena as a premier destination for meetings and events, specializing in connecting corporate and Smurf markets to Pasadena hotels, venues, and the Pasadena Convention Center. With over 20 years of experience in the hospitality industry, Debbie previously held roles with Marriott hotels, including the Sheraton, which you just talked about, and the Westin. She earned her bachelor's degree in business administration and human resources from California Polytechnic University in Pomona. Boy, that's a long, okay, man. That's
Cal Poly for
school.
short.
That's a serious school right there. Okay.
It is.
Now, I don't know. I'm going to have to ask. I'm going to put a pin in this one. How did you get from just general business administration or human resources to the hospitality industry? But we'll get into that. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Her skills included relationship building, public speaking, venue sourcing, and social media management. She's a content creator. Yes, she is. And a connector of people. Yes,
that's me.
I would agree. She is an active member of Meeting Professionals International, which is MPI. Everybody in the hospitality industry is big on acronyms. So just so you know, if you didn't know that, you know it now, okay? And serves as an organizer for the Southern California chapter of MPI's After Five. I've never seen you at an After Five event, but anyway, that's okay. She is also
you never come to the ones in Pasadena.
Oh, there's okay. You only go to the ones in Pasadena. Okay. She also is a member of the California DMO Alliance, where she served as vice president of marketing from 2023 to 2026. Once again, let's welcome Miss Debbie Vail to the microphone. Appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you.
You're more than welcome home. Before we go on, I do see a comment here. Who is that? Hey there, Russell. Okay, Steve Gill. Hey, Steve Gill, how are you? He's over there on Facebook. Thank you so much for coming on. See, that's what it's all about, right? I'll just put his comment on the screen just so the whole world can see that I'm not making this stuff up. People do make comments, okay? So that's Steve Gill. I used to work with Steve Gill back in my Hilton and San Pedro. Hilton San Pedro. I used to work with him back in the day. That was like, you probably weren't even in hotels then, but anyway, well, we won't
talk about it.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
But before we move on, I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Anna Yan, who's with Visit Bellevue. She used to be with Visit Pasadena as our communications manager. Right. She's amazing. I love her as a human, and she's so good at her job. But it's really weird writing about yourself. So I started to type out the bio, and I was like, here are the facts. Anna, work your magic. I need you to make me sound good. So she gets all the credit for that.
Oh, well, that, you know what? That's great. Anna, what's her last name?
Yan, Y-A-N, and she's with Visit Bellevue up near Seattle.
Visit Bellevue. Did I spell that right? Bellevue?
B-E-L-L-E-V-U-E, I think. Hold on. B-U-E. I should add researcher to my resume. And my good friend Matt Horahan, who just retired after 40 plus years with Visit Pasadena, was the one who called me out on that. I don't know what we were even talking about, but he's like, oh yeah, she'll find out. She's a researcher. I was like, thanks, Matt. You're right. I never thought about it that way, but I Google everything.
Very good. Yeah, as we should, right? Well, very good. So, okay, so quick shout out to Miss Anna Yan for Visit Bellevue. Thank you so much for helping our Miss Debbie Vail with her bio. So, and then shout out to Matt Horhan, who just recently retired from Visit Pasadena, right?
Yes, happy
Yes.
retirement to him, and he's moving to Maine. That's
He
where he's
is?
from originally. Yes. So he's going back there because his sister is still there. He's got cousins there. So I'm really excited for
Okay.
him.
Good, 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 good. I'm excited for him as well. Yeah, he's a good guy. I met him
Yes.
years. In fact, the same hotel that I worked with, that Steve Gill. I met Matt when I was a director of sales and marketing there at the Hilton in San Pedro, and we worked on this teachers association group back in the day when
Oh my God.
he was with LA Tourism.
And
So
they brought that event here to Pasadena.
see, I was the original. So you
Full
didn't know
circle.
that. You didn't know that.
I did
See?
not
So-
know that.
yeah, so no, very good. So yeah, shout out to Matt. I appreciate everything he's done for me and helped me out, and just the friendship, just the friendship. I mean, we could go years without seeing each other, but when we see each other, then it's like, it's a family reunion basically.
Yeah.
So there you go. So okay, all right. So we're gonna jump into this right now with Miss Debbie Vail. Okay, how did you wait a minute? Let me how can I put this? How should I start this? Uh okay, you went to Cal Poly Pomona, okay? Okay.
Yes.
So for people that don't know this, and obviously Debbie doesn't know this either, I went to Cal Poly Pomona as well.
Stop it. Is that what we have in common?
That's what we have in common. Oh
Okay.
my gosh. It was probably
Not
a
our
couple
love for
years.
New York
It's probably a
City,
couple
not
years
Amy
after you went though.
Winehouse.
It's probably a couple years after you went there.
Maybe just a few.
Yeah, I went to Cal Poly as well. So, okay, so you majored in business administration with the emphasis in human resources. How did you get from there to, I mean, what is your first job? What was your first job in hospitality?
Okay, it's a really funny story. So my very first job in hospitality was at the Sheraton Pasadena, which is next door to the convention center. And actually now it's Hotel Dina, a Marriott tribute portfolio. So it's still there. It just rebranded in 2022. And shout out to Jeff Nolte, director of sales, because he's amazing. He's one of my favorite partners to work with, and he's just so good with clients. But that was my very first job, and I started out in reservations. And then about a year and a half into it, there was an opening in sales, and I talked to my boss about it. He was my mentor, Michael Lundwall, just somebody who I love and respect so much. And he said, little Debbie, you have the skills to do it, and I'm going to recommend you for the job. So he did. And I ended up, thanks to my director of sales then, he took a chance on me, obviously not having any sales experience, but I'm very grateful to Howard Haberman because he was a big part of my story.
I know him. Wow.
He's the best. Also a really nice guy. And anyway, I had decided that I wanted to do hospitality for work because I've always been passionate about travel. So I wanted to do something that was travel related. And believe it or not, at one point I considered becoming a flight attendant. And the reason I decided against it is because I would have been based with United out of either Chicago or DC. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be really far from family. And family's always been really important to me. So I'm a Southern California girl. I wanted to be based here. And I decided I need to figure out what I want to do that doesn't require me to travel as much. So I was already working in the hotel when I transferred from Pasadena City College to Cal Poly Pomona.
Okay.
And my whole reason for going there is because I wanted to be part of the Collins College of Hospitality, because that's where you go when you're a hospitality person.
Correct.
And the reason that I didn't end up doing the program is because at the time, they required you to work on site at the restaurant for 2 semesters, and you had to pick between 2 schedules. It was 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 3 p.m. to 11. And unfortunately, I was working full time because that's how I paid for school. And I talked to the counselor and I said, is there some way I can make up the hours? Like I'll come in on a weekend or whatever. And they said, no. You have to commit to one or the other. And if you can't do that, then this is not the program for you. And I have never forgotten that. I'm not bitter.
Oh my God. What?
Yes, but you
Okay.
know what? I had a full circle moment because about 2 months ago, we had a bunch of the Cal Poly students come out to the convention center. We gave them a full tour, and some of us who are on the leadership team, maybe 5 or 6 of us, actually spoke to all of them about our individual roles and what we each do, and how we contribute to the industry. And it was a really nice experience. I spoke with somebody there who said they actually don't do that anymore, so if I wanted to go back,
Yeah, I'm sure they
that wouldn't be
don't.
an issue.
Wow. I'm glad they're doing better now. Thank you for that fun.
But it was really great talking to the students, and I could see myself in them, and they were so shy and reserved. And a lot of them were, when we were talking about networking and getting out there and involved in MPI, they were like, oh my God, talk to strangers. Like, no, that's so scary. And now it's literally what I do for a living.
That's good. I love that story. That's good. Yeah, I back in the day I went to Cal Poly as well. So of course it was many years before you got there.
Go
And
Broncos.
yeah, go Broncos. And that was before it was called the Collins Center of Hospitality. It
Yeah.
wasn't called that then. It was under the what was it? It was under HRT, Hotel Restaurant Travel Management.
Yes, I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah. So that's what it was under back in the day. And the degree was business administration with an emphasis in hotels, restaurants, and travel management. That's what it
Yes.
was. So yeah, but yeah,
So I ended up going into MHR because it had the most evening classes available.
that makes sense. That makes
And
sense.
it just worked with my schedule. And thanks to Howard, because he was so cool about me leaving early on a couple of the days to be able to go get my college degree. He was so, so supportive. I will never forget it. He even showed up to my graduation. He reserved seats for my family. He took photos.
Wow.
I love that man.
Wow. Okay, Howard. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, so would you say that knowing what I just know now, knowing what you just said,
Oh, God.
did you choose hospitality or did hospitality choose you?
It chose me, definitely. I wasn't sure what I was going to do in terms of hospitality, but I always knew that I wanted to do something hospitality related
Okay.
because of my passion for travel. And I think that it came from, as a kid, not being able to go to all the places that I wanted to. I always had this dream of, I want to see the world.
Mm.
And unfortunately, my parents did not have the means to take us everywhere. So I thought, when I grow up and I have my own money, I'm going to go places. And honestly, being part of this industry has really helped to facilitate that, not only with the hotel discounts, but being able to travel for work and exploring new destinations. And if
Yes.
it's one that you really love, then you end up going back there for fun because you want to take more time exploring.
That's true. That is
Mhm.
so true. And I see you travel more than anybody I see. So how many how many trips would you say you take on average, say a month? Or is it a monthly basis? Or let's just say over the year, of course a year.
Okay, let's say over the year because that's a tricky answer. So I travel between 8 to 10 destinations throughout the year.
Okay.
So when you think about it that way, it's not like once a month. It's, like there's some spacing in between. However, I have 3 trips coming up and they are back to back to back. So I'm doing San Francisco, Tulum for HPM Partner Conference.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
And I have a personal trip to Oxnard, where I'm going to be hanging out with my friend Michelle. You know
Michelle Flippo.
Flippo, yes. Love her.
Shout out to Michelle. Shout out to Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Yes. I did that trip to Oxnard as well. So it
And
was
that's awesome. She's
yeah.
the best.
Yes, she
So
is.
anyway, these 3 are going to be back to back, and of course, one of those is personal, but it happens sometimes where they're right on top of each other, and my fridge is empty, and I haven't had time to meal prep or do anything. Thank God for Amazon groceries.
Oh man. Okay. So let me just. I'm looking over at Instagram. I see Jackie V 1106 join.
Hi, Jackie.
And I see your meeting and event advisor joined. I'm not sure who that is, but shout out to those people. They're over on Instagram. So thank you guys so much for joining. We're on with Miss Debbie Vail with Visit Pasadena. As you can see her. You can see the little logo on top
The
of her.
logo.
Exactly. Visit Pasadena. And so when you do these trips, for work, let's just say for work now, what are you there doing? Why are you there? Why are you going there?
I'm there talking my ears off.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's what we do. So the main goal is to meet with these meeting planners one-on-one and to inspire them to come to Pasadena, either experience it for themselves before they recommend it to someone else, or to bring their meeting or convention to our destination. And as a DMO, the reason that we do that is because we want to make that economic impact on our destination. And, that helps the hotels, the museums, the restaurants, all the little mom and pop shops. So it's really important to, everyday people to be able to keep their businesses going.
So what I'm hearing here is that it's not just about the hotels that you're not just trying to get business for the hotels. I mean, I'm sure that's a good percentage of it, but at the end of the day, it's about economic development, right? It's about helping out or finding or letting people know about there's the 600 restaurants that are there, the 25 different hotels that are there, the convention center that's there, correct?
Yes, exactly. And for those people who don't know about the industry, they might be confused by this, but we're funded by a T-bid. And so a small percentage of the occupancy tax that the hotels collect is where our funding comes from. And so, yes, our number one priority is to fill the hotels. So we want conventions that have a lot of room nights attached to them. And we want, for my market, for example, I do a lot of meetings that could be self-contained at the hotels, meaning both the meeting space and the hotel rooms would be all under one roof, either at Hotel Dena or the Hilton or the Westin or the beautiful Langham. So yeah, I do a little bit of both. Some are convention center pieces of business and some are self-contained.
Okay, very good, very good. So let's see, just real quick over on Instagram, I see Veronica. I guess that's your meeting and event advisor is Veronica.
Oh, Veronica VR. I love her.
And she says, I love Debbie. That's what she says.
I love her too.
Said, oh my
she
God,
was
I love
here.
her. We love her too, Veronica. So it's not just you, okay? It's not just you.
So last September, she came out to the Langham to experience Pasadena for the first time. She's from Miami. For any people who might be watching from Miami, she's a really great resource. She's a third-party planner, so she'll help you. She'll work with me to source hotels and venues, whatever you're looking for. But she was coming out to Destination California, which was in San Diego last year. And so we did a little pre-fam. And she came out, we went to Oasis at the Rose Bowl. She got to stay at the Langham. So she got to experience the destination while she was here. And that's part of what we do too. We want to expose people who have never been here to get them familiar with Pasadena and book business either at the Langham or the Rose Bowl or the Convention Center, one of our venues.
That's very good. See, I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, because you've helped me out a couple times. You've at least got me into a Rose Bowl game. Okay, so you did that. Yes. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I did just, it doesn't happen as quickly as we get invited to places, right? But you always want to remember that's just a way of remembering you as the person that's the salesperson, and then the destination. If you stay in front of them, right? If that's being invited somewhere or whatever. It just so happened, I think it was maybe it's been about 2 months ago now that I submitted a lead to the Langham Hotel.
Did you copy me on that lead?
No, because it came across as going to Cara Lee.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I would have.
Thank you for copying the CVB on your lead.
Yeah, I did copy the CVB. In fact, I always do that. I always do that. Why is that important? I'm glad that that's a segue. Okay. Why is that important for meeting planners, meeting professionals, hotel site selection people like myself? Why is that important? Even if we're doing it on CVent, even if we're
Mhm.
um, completing the lead or the RFP on CVent, why is it important to copy the CVB as well?
Okay, so there's a couple of reasons. And you're a local, so you're familiar with the area, right? But for people who are not, who maybe have never been here before, we are the boots on the ground. So we can advise you if you have something that's not a great fit for the, 3 hotels that you sourced. Maybe there's a fourth option that you didn't think of that we're like, hey, this would be a perfect fit for that program based on X, Y, Z. So that's one. And then two, we also have incentives for need dates and other ways that we can help you promote the event and add value to your meeting or convention. So it's very important that you copy on all of us. Even if it's an itty bitty lead, we want to be copied on everything.
Even if it's a little a itty bitty lead. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I do.
We
And
take
I
10
make sure I
rooms and
do.
we take 1,000 rooms.
Okay. Okay. Very good. What would be, let's see, an ideal group or ideal size group for Pasadena?
Okay, so if we're talking about convention center, I think a peak at 600 is ideal for us.
600.
And we are actually working with a group that's going to do about 900 on peak. And because it is for need dates, we were able to partner and really work with the 4 hotels that are closest to the convention center. And we're going to be able to get to that 800 peak with just those 4, which is amazing. That doesn't usually happen, but that's another reason why it's important to work with us, because we can leverage those partnerships and be like, you got to help us. We need to make this happen for Pasadena. And I can't say any more about that specific group, but we're very excited that they're choosing to come here. And I think for convention center, it's about 1,000 people with 600 to 800 on peak that we can really work with. That's a good fit. And there's lots of, shopping and restaurants that are walkable from the convention center.
I'm glad you said that. See, that just you're just walking into the stuff that I'm about to. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Um, let me just throw this question up there. So, what should people know about Pasadena?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, Russell. And I'm going to try to do my marketing people justice. Let me find it. Here it is. Pasadena offers a perfect blend of history, culture, food, innovation, all in a walkable, sunny Southern California setting. Whether you're attending an iconic event at the Rose Bowl, going to one of our world-class museums, on a scenic hike, or enjoying the culinary delights, because we have several Michelin-rated restaurants, Pasadena stands out as a destination all its own.
Oh, that's it?
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the part that they wrote out for me. But you know that we're also a hub of innovation because we have Caltech and JPL
Yes.
in our backyard.
Yes.
I love to go shopping in Old Town. South Lake Avenue is actually really great too. And we have several different districts, including the Pasadena Playhouse Village, where we have the Playhouse. You can go, oh my gosh, Meg's was just here. It was an incredible play that came from New York City. And you know how much I love New York. So I actually got to see it on Broadway, and I was so happy that they came to Pasadena. There's the Ice House Comedy Club, so there's, entertainment. There's a little bit of something for everyone. And I also really love Vroman's. It's the oldest and largest independent bookstore, and it's right here in our backyard. It's not just books. They also have a wine bar. They have really great gifts. So if you haven't been, shout out to them, and you should definitely check it out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see what I put on there? Can you talk?
Oh, yes. Let's talk about Route 66.
Yes.
So this year marks the centennial of Route 66. And so there's been celebrations all throughout the country. And I think a lot of people don't realize that Pasadena is part of Route 66. Colorado Boulevard is the heart of it. And if you continue westward, it goes on to Santa Monica, which is the end spot, right? So we had some fun celebrations earlier in the summer. At the end of June, we had a group here that I actually worked on booking, and I was so excited to be able to make that happen and bring them to Pasadena. It's the Great Race, which is a 9-day vintage car rally that started in Springfield, Illinois. And the finish line was at Centennial Square, right in front of City Hall. So there were all of these cars that were from 1979 or older. That was the qualification. You couldn't be any earlier than that. And I think there were about 500 cars that came, and there were lots of locals that came just, for the race and for all the festivities. There were food trucks and live music. It was really fun. It was a really cool event.
Okay. Okay. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. So, can you explain? Well, okay. There's two terms that people use, right, for
Yes.
a tourism board or the tourism arm of a city, right? They call it
Yes.
CVB, and this is in our world, I guess. They call
Yes.
one. Sometimes people say, "Oh, I work for the CVB," and some people say, "Oh, I work for the DMO." Um,
Yes.
are those terms interchangeable? They mean the same thing? Can you kind of explain that? Because I know someone's out there like, oh my God, what is a CVB? What is a DMO? I'm confused.
So yes and yes, I think people do use them interchangeably. We are a convention and visitors bureau, and I know some people call it a DMO, which is Destination Marketing Organization. And I think that we do qualify as both. And from what I've heard or what I've been told is that the term CVB, because it has the word bureau in it, sometimes it has kind of a negative connotation. And so people are trying to move away from that. So it's just kind of
Mm,
an old school term that we're trying not to use.
okay.
So we used to be the Pasadena Convention and Visitors Bureau, right?
Okay.
PCBB. And
Hmm.
now we go by Visit Pasadena, which I think you'll find a lot of people are rebranding to Visit,
Hmm. Hmm.
Visit Oxnard, Visit Pasadena. Um, some of them are really fun, like Enjoy Illinois. I think that's a fun one.
Enjoy Illinois. Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting. I like that. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay. 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 Now, airlift options in the Pasadena, because people may, you know what? I go to Pasadena all the time. I didn't realize that Pasadena is literally 10 miles from downtown LA.
yes,
I didn't know that because it takes so long for me to get from my house, through downtown to Pasadena, right? But
we
once I get on
won't
that
talk about that,
110,
Russell.
wait a minute. Wait. What I'm saying is the issue is going
Technical
through LA.
difficulties.
It's not once I get to Pasadena, it's fine, but I got to get past LA before I can get to Pasadena. So so it's 10 miles. And once I get past downtown, then it's like maybe 20 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
It's
Listen,
easy. We are 15 minutes from downtown LA if you go down the 110 freeway.
okay.
Or you can use the metro. There's 4 different stops in Pasadena, so it is accessible. And it drops you off right at Union Station, so you could walk to Grand Central Market, Angel's Flight. Yeah, love that area. So you can definitely do a lot of downtown stuff, even if you're staying in Pasadena. And we love our friends with LATCB, so we'll give them a shout out too.
Okay.
Um,
Of course.
but yes, let's talk about airlift because there's some exciting things coming to Burbank Airport. So their brand new passenger terminal is slated to open on October 13th. We're very excited for that. And it's been ongoing for a few years. It's a $1.3 billion project that's going to include 14 brand new gates, dining, shopping, larger restrooms. It's FAA approved, and they have improved seismic safety. So now the building is the proper distance from the runway and all of that. So October 13th, right around the corner. And Burbank Airport, even as it is now, is very easy to get in and out of.
Mhm.
The TSA line never takes me more than 5 minutes. So if you're coming to Pasadena, it's 15 miles away. Definitely got to fly into Burbank. But LAX is also a close second option. We've got Ontario. You could even fly into Long Beach if you wanted to. So we're very accessible.
Yes, you are. I would say that. I would definitely say that. Now I didn't know this. Okay, so I do my homework too before I invite someone on. But the 600 restaurants, and they
Yes.
say it says per capita is more restaurants in Pasadena than New York City. I can't
Yes.
believe that. Is that
It
true?
is. It is. Okay. So here's the thing, it's per capita.
Yeah,
So New York City may have more restaurants, but
yeah.
based on the number of people, we
People. Yeah.
have, yes. And I'm going to give a shout out to a few of my favorites. Love, love, love Agnes. It is Michelin rated. Union is as well. And Agnes is kind of like Southern California meets comfort food. And the chef who co-owns it with his wife, Vanessa is the cheesemonger. He is from the Midwest, and Agnes is his grandmother. So that's where all of the recipes come from.
Wow.
And it's a seasonal menu, so there's always something different. It's a great place to visit multiple times a year because there's always something new on the menu. And Union is kind of like Americanized Italian, but it's so, so good, and it's female owned, so we love to promote it. Granville is also one of my favorites. It's a local chain. There's another one in Hollywood and Burbank, but love the one here in Pasadena. They've got a really cool rooftop, so definitely check that one out.
Okay. Okay. Where'd you take me?
Oh, we went to Father Nature because they have really great non-meat eats. And I love their lentil soup. I'm actually kind of bummed that we didn't get to have it. And the last time I went, they had a white bean soup, and I was like, "Hey, I came here specifically for lentils," but they changed it up too, apparently.
Very good. Yeah, I did enjoy that. And in fact, I would go back. I would go back definitely. In fact, there's a
Okay.
couple, there's probably that I saw about 3 vegan restaurants that are in Pasadena and a vegan bakery, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yes.
And those are specifically vegan and dedicated just to that. But there's a lot of restaurants in the area that are vegan friendly. So
Okay.
even though they're not fully vegan, they do offer options for everybody.
That's good to know. See, you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Okay, I think I see a couple other comments. Let's see. Jackie says, as an LA resident, Pasadena is an amazing day visit. Love that city so much. Okay, Jackie. Okay.
Love her.
In the infomercial. Okay. I love that.
She's also in the industry, so you should definitely have her on next.
Okay. All right. Well, who okay, yeah. I'll ask you more questions about her later.
Yes, we'll talk
Uh,
later.
yes, we'll talk later. Okay, what about okay, so now I'm gonna do it like a rapid fire. I'm gonna put these things on the screen and you tell me about those things that you see.
Okay, yes, the Huntington. It's my favorite place here in Pasadena. So at one point, it was the home of Henry Huntington, who was a big steamboat and railroad tycoon, and he had a big influence over Pasadena. That's why so many things are named after him. There's Huntington Drive, Huntington Hospital, even Huntington
Mm,
Beach, and I think a lot of people don't know that. So he used to rent trolleys for him and all of his friends to go down to the beach, and that became Huntington Beach. That's why it's named after him. But the mansion sits on 120 acres. There's 23 distinct gardens, including the Rose Garden, which is my absolute favorite, and it's usually in bloom around April and May, so it's kind of past that, but it's always a beautiful time to visit. And they also have a really great expanded Chinese garden. I think it might be the largest on the property. And the Japanese garden is also really cute. There's one for native plants, and you have to go to the Rose Cottage afternoon tea. It's definitely a thing. And, Pasadena is known for afternoon tea. They also
mhm.
have afternoon tea at the Langham. There's several places, including Madeline Garden and Chato Tea Room, which are some of my favorites.
Okay, very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been to the library as well as the botanical gardens. Oh, just
Mhm.
beautiful, and I love it. I'm a big garden guy. A lot of people don't realize that, but I grow roses and plumerias and all this
Oh
kind of
my
stuff.
God, we do
Yeah.
have a lot in common. I'm gonna send you a picture of my climbing rose plant. She
Oh,
is
really?
beautiful. Yes. And she was blooming not that long ago. I think it was after my last trip. I came back and there were all of these beautiful little buds on it. We
Oh,
do have a lot in common.
wow. Yeah, I've been hooked on gardening since I was like 12 or 13.
Oh my
And
gosh.
my parents' house, and then when I got my own house, I said, "You know what? I'm gonna have a garden." And I and I do, right? And
I love it.
I do vegetables and all kind of stuff. In fact, this year I'm going to do more going into next year, I'm going to start doing more vegetables. So yeah, so there you
Okay.
go. So a lot of people didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
so the next thing. Okay, although I put this one up before, any updates on any of the hotels in Pasadena?
Yes. So glad you asked. So the AC Hotel in Pasadena, it's the newest that opened in the Playhouse Village, and it was a brand new build from the ground up. It's actually the first hotel to open in that area in 40 years. So we were really
Wow.
excited for them to come here, and they just celebrated a year in April. And if you haven't been to the OSA rooftop, they have a Mediterranean menu. They have some really unique cocktails and really beautiful views of the San Gabriel Mountains and City Hall, which is my favorite building in the city. We should probably go there next.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Okay.
I just have to be invited. I
All
mean,
right. Well, this is your official invitation, Russell. We got to put a date on the calendar.
okay. Let's do
Yeah.
that. Let's do that. Okay. Next thing. What role
Yes.
will Pasadena play in the 2028 Olympics? A lot of people, and just in case you forgot, you've been under a rock. LA, Los Angeles, which is 10 miles from Pasadena, will be host to the 2028 Olympics. So, what is Pasadena doing?
Yes. Okay. So LA is the host city, and Pasadena is a venue city. And we are so excited because the Rose Bowl Stadium and the Rose Bowl Aquatic Center will both be hosting events for the Olympics. The men's and women's soccer semifinal and final will be played at the Rose Bowl Stadium, and the Rose Bowl Aquatic Center will be hosting marquee diving competitions. So we're really excited for that. And Pasadena is, yeah, going to be involved in all of that. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Dee Lee of Dee Lee Designs. I don't know if she logged on, but she has been approved as a vendor for LA 28, and she is a foodie like me. And she has some really incredible ideas and really fantastic connections, and they're partnering to try to bring some really amazing culinary treats to LA 28 here in Pasadena. I've also connected her with the folks at LA because I think she's got some really great ideas. And like I said, she's well connected. So we're excited to bring the food scene to the Olympics in 2028.
Wow. You know
Huh.
what? One thing I noticed here, I mean, and I don't think I've noticed this before about you.
Tell
Uh,
me.
you are definitely a connector. You're mentioning giving shout out to all these people, right? But you have to have, it's not that you're just giving them shout outs. You know these people, you work with them, they're partnered with you, or you partner with them, or you partner
Yes.
together. So, and you can tell that, right? You can tell you're not just throwing out names like I'll do. I'll just drop names, right? But there's a purpose. You're intentionally bring excuse me, bringing those people in because they've helped you before, and now this is your way of giving back. That's what I love about you. This is something new now, right? This is something new that I love about you. But yeah, I noticed that this is that's like the fifth person that basically giving a shout out to, and I love that. So
Well,
continue doing that.
we have to support each other, especially in this industry. I think when you find good people who, they're great at what they do, you like them as humans, they're just great people that you want to keep around. You want to bring them along with you on the journey. So that's what it's all about.
That's a good way of looking at it. And unfortunately, not everyone thinks like you, Debbie. But
Don't I know it? We talked about our haters already.
that is a good thing. So keep that part of you. That is a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna jump to another one. What is the most rewarding part of your job?
Oh my God. Okay, so the scripted answer is the economic impact, right? How we are able to assist so many people and help them and elevate them. But truly, my favorite part of the job is the travel. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that. I have been very lucky, very fortunate to have visited so many wonderful destinations and to have made really great friends along the journey. I'll tell you, this is my 7th year on the DMO side, and I have found my tribe. Everybody that I
Mm,
travel with on these shows, and the funny thing about that is we only see each other on the road. So we'll
mm,
meet at some random destination like Greenville, South Carolina. But
mm.
it's so great to see each other and to just enjoy the destination, the food, the camaraderie. We always have a good time. There's always laughs involved. We share our wins and sometimes we commiserate. But yeah, that's the most rewarding part of the job for me.
That's great. Now, do you okay? And why I'm gonna add the reason why I'm gonna ask this is why am I gonna ask this? Because a couple weeks ago, when you were contemplating coming on here, right? You said, "Why don't I do this with Michelle Flippo, with who's represents Oxnard,
Visit
Visit
Oxnard.
Oxnard, right?" And I
Yeah,
said,
my
"No, no,
buddy.
no, 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 no. This is for you." Okay, do you look at this as competing with other destinations? I
Not
mean,
at all. So yes, sometimes we're bidding on the same program, but there is a lot of business to go around. And if it's not a good fit for Pasadena, I'm happy to refer it to Michelle at Oxnard, Karen in LA, or Maggie from Rancho Cordova. It's whatever's going to be best for the client and whatever's a good fit for them. So yes, sometimes we might be bidding on the same thing, but at the end of the day, we're all helping each other out and we're all trying to keep the business in California.
wow. Now that's see, not everybody thinks like you, uh, Debbie. Okay, not
So
everyone
I've
thinks
been
like
told more than
yeah,
once.
not everyone thinks like you. But I
And
mean,
not
that is
just
a
by
great attitude, though. That is a great attitude. And the reason why I asked that was because 2 weeks ago you said, "Well, let's me and Michelle do it together." I'm like, "No, I
I'm
know. I
still
mean,
down to do that. It would be so much fun. If
I
not
love
sooner, if it
Michelle.
start.
I love you. But the first go round, I need you individually to do it on your own, right? So Michelle, hopefully she does it in the next couple of weeks. And then after that, then we can come on and do something joint together, which would be a lot more fun. But I thought that was interesting that you said that you said that no, it's not competition. And yeah, I mean, there's a right fit for every. I always say this: there's a group for every hotel and a hotel for every group. So there's a
Yes,
destination for every group and a group for every destination. So
absolutely.
yeah, so not every one of them, and you can't force them to fit in your destination. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that I love that. See, man, there's more things. I think I come up with 10 more things that I love about Debbie Vail, okay, on this show. All right. So okay. So let's see what else. What else? I got a couple more, and then I'm a not end it with something. We got like 10 minutes. See, this is the thing. You have so much fun, and next thing you know, it's like 10 minutes left, right? I'm giving the 10-minute warning. Um, let's see. There was something that I wanted to say. I did that one, Pasadena walk. Did I mention that one? I mean, did you mention anything about okay, Pasadena, visit Pasadena? Is it a very walkable destination?
I think I did. I think that was my opening statement
Did
of
you say that?
how
Well, can you say it again, Debbie? Okay, because I
Pasadena
forgot.
offers the perfect blend of history, culture, food, innovation, all in a walkable, sunny Southern California setting.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Did I ask this one? Why should Pasadena be an option for your groups? Is it because it's a very walkable
Because
destination?
it's so walkable and it's affordable. Yeah, I mean, number one, we have 9 distinct hotels across all brands, and they're all walkable to shopping and dining. I would say the Langham is the one exception, right? Because they're in kind of a secluded neighborhood, but you have everything under one roof. So if you really want your attendees to be on property, to not wander off, to not get lost shopping and dining, I feel like you have everything there. They've got 2 pools, the Royce Steakhouse. They have the terrace restaurant by the pool. They also have the tap room that has that really great patio on the outside. So there's everything for them in one place. But all of the others, again, you could walk to entertainment, shopping, dining, and there's so much culture and history, and we're the hub of innovation. So there's, I think, a little bit of something for everyone.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there watching you right now. Okay, someone that maybe they're contemplating getting into the hospitality industry. What advice would you give them?
Um, I would say follow your passion. If you're passionate about hospitality, then you got to do it and just figure out which arm of hospitality fits better into your own personality because we're all a little bit different, right? But I think the biggest thing is to just follow your heart and go with your passion.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I first met you, you were with a hotel, and then you
Yes.
transitioned over to a destination
Hmm.
for CVB or DMO. Um, is there different? And you're in sales with both, correct?
Yes.
Okay, which one? Give me kind of the differences between the two, or are there any differences?
I think that the sales process is the same, right? So if you're selling for a hotel, you can sell for a DMO. And in fact, I think that my experience selling on the hotel side really prepared me for this job because I got to learn the different brands, the Sheraton, the Westin. You also learn about the others because you got to get to know your competition.
Mhm.
But when you're selling a hotel, you're just selling the one hotel. And I know that some of the brands do offer like referral incentives, right? I know Starwood used to have one. I don't know what it is now, but obviously there's a benefit to knowing the other local properties that you can refer business to. But when you're with a DMO, you're selling the destination. And there's, at least here, I have 9 different hotels that I could present to a client as potential options, in addition to the convention center. So I think it's a little bit broader. You have more options to offer to your clients and partners. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're all promoting our hotels, we're all promoting that specific destination. So there is a lot of overlap, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. I love it. I love it. Okay, we got like 7 minutes left, and this may take about 7 minutes. I don't know. We're gonna see. This was one of the last things. One of the last things.
Oh boy.
So I know that you're interested in taking this. So can
Yes.
you kind of explain what this is?
Yes. So EIC, help me out here, Russell.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna Google it because sometimes I forget things. um, so first of all, I've been thinking about this for a while because I don't have a degree in hospitality, right? We talked about how I went to Cal Poly Pomona and I did not qualify at the time for the Collins College of Hospitality. And in our industry, this is the one way that you can have some letters behind your name, like an official certification from the Events Industry Council. And certified meeting professional is one of those. So for somebody in my role, this would be a way to study, learn, take the test, and then once you pass, they give you a seal of approval saying, "Hey, you know what you're doing." So even though I have more than 20 years of experience in the industry, this would be the thing that makes it like official. And my boss, Kristen McGrath, who was also amazing, was very supportive of it. So I signed up for the boot camp that MPI is doing, and it starts August 25th. So it's like 2 hour lessons to kind of prepare you for all this. And then I have started the application process through EIC, and I don't love the website, but I'm making it work. It's not super user friendly, but there is a ton of information on there. So I think I just need to do more reading, more research, my favorite thing
Mm, okay, okay. Uh,
to
I knew you're interested in that. I saw, I mean, you posted something about it.
do. I think
And
on my TikTok. Yeah.
yeah, on TikTok. But funny enough, another thing that we have in common, I have been interested in taking because I'm not a CMP. I've been interested in taking it too. I mean, this goes back years and years. In fact, this was like well after I had graduated from Cal Poly. I used to live in Sacramento, and I took a meet because I knew I was going to transition at some point, and this was even before I was in sales, and
Mhm.
I knew at some point I was going to transition into being professional hotel site selection or whatever the heck. I didn't know when and where, so I took at Sac State. I took a meeting planner certificate program, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then they were talking about, oh, you can take the CMP, and this goes back 20 something years.
Mhm.
And I'm like, CMP, what is that? I really didn't even know what that meant, right? And then I started doing research, and then you mentioned it like maybe a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, and I'm like, you know what? I've always wanted to do that. And guess what? I started doing research on it, and I didn't fill out the application yet, but
Okay.
I think I'm going to do it. And now I think you're the motivating factor behind this, okay? Because if I didn't
Yes.
see you do that, see
Follow
you
the
mention it,
omens. Let's do it
I would
together.
not have done it. If I didn't see you doing it, I would not have looked it up. So
I'm so excited for you. And you
yeah.
should sign up for the NPI boot camp. It's $200 and they meet every Tuesday. It's virtual and it starts on August 25th and it ends December 1st.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think
Okay.
like 6 weeks or something like that. And that'll prepare you for it.
Okay.
And I'm happy to share my knowledge.
Please do. Please
I
do.
will.
Any information you can send to me, please send to me and to make it easier for me. So I
Yes, that's
appreciate
what it's
that.
all about. And by the way, I'm trying to talk Michelle from Oxnard into also doing it so we can do it together. And then Maggie from Rancho Cordova. Those are my two travel buddies. They're my favorite
Okay.
people. And
Okay.
I'm like, guys, let's get it done. We'll help each other out.
Yes. Let's all do it. Let's all do it
We'll
together.
motivate each other.
Yes, that sounds great. Okay. Well, we got 2 minutes left. See, it went so fast.
It did.
Debbie, and I want to thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story, sharing your journey. We now know that you chose or hospitality chose you. We
Mhm.
do. We appreciate you sharing that stuff with us. Excuse me. Of course, the stuff about Pasadena, the destination, what's going on. We appreciate that as well. The hotels, any renovations, all that stuff she shared with us. So if you're just joining us now, the replay will be on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay, just only those three platforms. So if you want to review it or watch it again, there's a lot of good information there, a lot of good talking points, a lot of good stuff that Michelle is doing. And once again, one thing that I got from this conversation, because there's always some takeaways from me, and I always look and listen to, I go back and listen to certain like sound bites or whatever. And like I said, one thing I can tell about Debbie is that um, she's passionate about the industry and she's passionate about other people and helping other people. Okay, bringing people into the fold, giving them their flowers. Okay, so they can sell. I mean, I didn't know to what extent, Debbie. I mean, I see you all the time. We talk, we laugh. I've had appointments with you, but I've never been able to put my finger on that one thing where you do have I mean, I always knew you had a passion for the industry because you can tell you
Yeah.
exude hospitality. It comes out of your pores, lady. But what I didn't know is that your love for the next person that's maybe a different destination, maybe up and
Mhm.
coming, maybe someone that's a vendor or something like that. I mean, I love that. Like I said, I didn't know that about you, but I love that even more. I love you even more because of that. So
Well, thank you. The feeling is mutual. And Russell, it is my soul's mission to help elevate the others. So that's what I'm here for.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so we're out of time. So you're gonna have the last words. In fact, I'm gonna put if anyone has any questions for Debbie, maybe they're interested in booking Visit Pasadena. Her email is right there on the screen right now. That's dvail at visitpasadena.com. So feel free to reach out to her. I guess it's okay that I put it up there. She didn't say it wasn't. So but you got the closing words, Debbie.
Okay, I have something perfect because I've been reading this book called The Alchemist and I'm obsessed with it. And I just read this excerpt yesterday that really stayed with me. And it's to never stop dreaming. When you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it.
I love that. I love that. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And then, okay, before we get off, I see a comment. from, I don't know if you know Tiffany English with Velvet Style Marketing. She's a planner as well. It said, great
Oh,
talk. I'm interested in the CMP certification too. See what you
huzzah!
started? See what you
Yes,
started,
let's get
baby?
it done.
See what you started. See, that's what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it's just contagious. You're contagious, Debbie. Okay. So I love that. I love that. So what's your last word so we can get out of here? Because I know you got to go to
um,
work.
you know, follow your passions. Go out and do what your heart tells you. Honestly, that's the key to it all.
Love it. Love it. All right. Thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it. Once again, this will be on all those platforms I mentioned, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So if you didn't get a chance to check it out live, that's okay. The replay will be there forever. So you can go back and check it out. But no, thank you so much, Debbie. And I'm looking forward to the next lunch. Looking forward to seeing you in San Francisco in next week, I guess,
Yes.
and then our next lunch or whatever. So
Okay. Yeah, both.
there you go. All right. You guys have a great day. And remember, this show here on Air with Russell of Hotels comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST. I also do a show called The Daily Check-In with Russell of Hotels, which is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So catch me on these same platforms talking about hospitality stuff, having people come on, whatever. That's just what I do. Okay. So anyway, until next time, you guys have a great day, great week. And thank you again, Debbie, for coming on.
Always a pleasure, Russell.
Thank you.